Hey guys, happy Christmas Eve. I'm gonna have to pause in like 6 minutes because I have to turn the oven on for our Christmas Eve dinner. Um, and we've got it timed out, right? It's like timed out perfectly. So, as many of you who follow this LCU network know, Rastov had his comeuppance last week where he, I guess, lost his shit and decided he was going to quit. But let's talk about let's talk about the bullshit he's trying to run by his own audience right now. By the way, there were other shows that have talked about the fact that they get spikes when they leave the network. They get viewer spikes for like the first couple of days or so, and then they tank. But that being said, a lot of shows in the universe right now are getting less than 30 viewers. So I can't, dude. All right, let's go.
Holy God, what are you showing me? Hey, come on.
Welcome to my channel. I was coming in here originally with a bunch of energy. It was just going to be about having some fun. Until I got Voldemorted, and honestly, like, that part doesn't bother me. I don't want you guys to get banned, all right? I still love the LCU. I still, I still love Keem. I still love most of those. I don't want you to get banned, right? So if, like, genuinely, it's not what...
Yeah, so Keem's even like banning people that actually follow his channel, which, come on, Keem. It's like, you expect us to enjoy every show in your network, but you're not using a talent agency. You're hiring trash people that don't know how to act. You have an improv troupe. You're not going to call it that, right? And you put this inexperienced piece of crap in a leadership position.
This is about. It's not about money. It's not about any of this. Is about... I'm nervous. I'm very nervous at the moment. This is kind of scary for me. I've been in the LCU for almost a year now, and I did not expect it to end this way.
Yeah, and he's quit like 6 times, but okay.
Again, like, I didn't want it to be a splitting of the community. This was more about me. I'm just...
A splitting of the community? Rastov, who the fuck do you think you are? You have no resume. A splitting of the community, you guys. He honestly thought people were going to follow him to his personal channel. He tried to get sweet tea, and he used it in his thumbnail, right? And he's going to gaslight you about that in just a minute. He also asked Billy. There are stories throughout the network about how he was trying to recruit people to join him. Okay.
Mr. Kalpu, thank you for becoming a member. I feel like I failed. And that's not easy for me to admit if you've ever seen me on screen with basically anyone. But I feel like I failed. I really do. I wasn't able to do what was required of me to run live. It's not that I didn't try.
I call it fake. This is another story arc, in my opinion, but you never know, because the people that Kim has hired are so untalented, except for a couple of them, right? That they are incapable of delivering a storyline that actually looks like vaudeville or comedy or whatnot. So it's his own fault that he's not working with an actual talent agent.
I really did. I wanted, like...
Has anyone actually made it to level 4 before?
He did say I did good, but it never felt like it. It really didn't. I just wasn't able to give what I needed to, and it's hard. So, I honestly...
Well, Rostov, I mean, you know what the audience knows as well, which is that you do not know how to actually put a show together, right? And because you're just such a fan of Keem and the LCU, you thought that the winning formula was to just torture people on your show and call yourself a wrangler, not understanding that he's transformed the entire concept of hunters and farmers that was written about by Sun Tzu. And changed it to wranglers and cows. But it's basically the same concept. Oh, I gotta, hold up. I gotta start the oven. Okay. I got the scalloped potatoes and I don't know, some other casserole dish that my mom made are now cooking. So I got 45 minutes and I don't think I'm going to go that long. This is only a 12-minute and 45-second video that I think Aussie Cobb, and I will give you the link to it.
Like, I had so much energy for this, and I've like hit live now, and then there's a shitload of people here, and I'm just like, bleh. So I feel embarrassed. I don't want you to get Voldemorted. Like, I see you all in the chat, and I want to tell you to just not be here. I don't want you to get banned. I just needed some space. And no, that doesn't mean I want to fight you, Keem. It just means, like, I need some distance because this shit's too much. This shit's way...
Everybody's just trying to get their Christmas breaks right now. That's my suspicion, is that so many people are quitting right before the holidays because they want to spend it with their families. So that they have a skeleton crew going on right now. And we know the way Keem operates. He'll basically probably hire most of them back. Now, I don't know why he gave Rastov here the Voldemort act, which is so fucking immature, Keem. Oh my god, even. So, for those of you who have not read the Harry Potter series or seen the movies, that is his reference to he or she who shall not be named. All right, let's continue.
Too much.
99. How can I become an intern? I love this universe.
This is not a universe, okay? This is not a BBU. This is nothing like that.
Right.
I want to clarify. I did not tell Sweet Tea to not show up to live yesterday. I did not do that. Specifically told, like...
No, but you did put her in your thumbnail, and you highly suggested that she was coming to your show, right? And she is now saying that you never even discussed this with her, and she wasn't going to be on board with that.
When she got fired, I said, I hope you're okay, and that was it.
5014
This shit's going, it's not scripted. This is...
Low TST
This is real.
4,938 super shattered 10. Just tell us about the argument and how you feel about why you left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, do it.
It became too much, if I'm being honest. The pressure of it, the reality of it. I'm a guy that like is all about
It's a 12-hour work week, right? It was your decision to spend so much time in their Discord trying to razz up people for donations. That was totally your decision. It was not a requirement of your job. You were a 1099, right?
consistency, really, right? And the fact that it's not a consistent, I always have to be aiming higher. Like sometimes I just like a little bit of level. Like level out. I didn't want to leave, but I felt like I had no other option. I didn't want to keep doing live. Like I didn't. I hated it. It was miserable.
Well, tell us this. Like, I mean, if you're going to spill so much tea, shall we say, tell us what in your resume qualified you to be a middle manager in an entertainment network when your channel sucked ass, right? Help me understand this.
Miserable, like it just, and I made it miserable. If I'm being honest, I made it miserable. I'm not going to put that shit on Keem. I'm not.
Okay.
The pressure was too much. The way he wanted me to lead was just not the way that I am. It's not the way I wanted to lead. And so I just, after that last argument, I was like, I can't keep doing this. So I had to go.
He implied very heavily when he got that community manager role that it was all just fictional, that he didn't actually have any leverage. But then we saw clips of him making recommendations about shows and there being actual consequences for people on shows, such as Ken on Cafe, who was fired within an hour of Rastov saying, "Why is he on the network?"
I guess, like, I never expected to be a host in the first place in the LCU. Selena Fox, thank you for becoming a member. It's something that I would always just watch, because I'm a Boogie fan. I've watched him since I was a teenager, and then one day.
And you're a manipulative piece of shit. And you're doing it on your own channel now, right? And so the React channels are picking up on your bullshit right now, right? Because you've been manipulating your audience for a year. And you bought your way in. And you did not have a resume. You did not have a successful channel. And now you're going to fuck around and find out.
Ironically, today is the day that Rewind was born, right? So it's Rewind's birthday. And the digital shrubbery has been cut out of the ground and burnt, or put in a wood chipper if you want to look at it that way. We've been wood chipped. And I most of you know my origin story, but I jumped up on Rewind to complain.
Wait, I'm sorry. What is this reference to a wood chipper? You've been wood chipped? What is that? What are you even trying to say? Are you trying to like go back to like the movie Fargo, in which somebody was put in one of those like wood chippers that you destroy like trees with? It was at the end of the movie, you guys. It's pretty sick. But it's a very funny movie.
Complain about Becky because she was a piece of shit and eventually got put on Aussie. Or worked with Twiggy and Stonic. That was fun.
Right. Okay.
Had a good time then.
Hot hands emoji.
I know that a lot of you have probably come here to see that if I'm going to like burn it down or burn bridges and shit like that, it's just not going to happen.
I just wish you wouldn't have burnt a bridge with Keem.
Yeah, you already, like, it's done. I mean, if this is real and it's not like a storyline that Keem asked you to actually do, which who the fuck knows, right? If he did not ask you to do this story arc, then you're done, right? You're done. Now, Keem is pretty much a misogynist, right? And so he generally doesn't do this to men. It's usually women, right? But perhaps Rastov, perhaps he sees you as so weak that you qualify in the same place as women. I'm just saying, like, based on observation and based on somebody who actually does have a resume in performance, as well as case studies and business management and all kinds of stuff that I've done throughout my life. You're like 38, right? I'm 51. I'm Boogie's age. And Boogie is facing retirement, let's be real. But for you to try and tell us your nonsense, like you even hit me up in the Discord, right? Tried to glaze me a bit so that I would like donate or something, and I just ignored you. That's generally what I will do, unless I know I can. I mean, you were doing the whole attract bees with honey kind of bullshit, right? But when the people come after me like Xylee, I can tear her ass apart, and she learned it pretty quick and blocked me.
I don't feel like I burnt the bridge, but I guess I could see why he would feel that way. Paula Dusty, like I said, with the sweet tea thing, I didn't tell her to not go to live, and I definitely wasn't planning on bringing her over here. I was mad. I woke up and...
You know, it's so funny because your colleagues have completely different stories from what you're saying, right? So your mama wanted to work with Sweet Tea and was told that Sweet Tea was told by you to stay on the show with you, right? So why is it that your variation of the details is so severely different from all of your colleagues in this network?
Apparently, like, I just want to clarify, apparently he didn't say for fact, like Keem didn't say for fact that I was starting a universe. He said it was a theory. It was an opinion. Okay. So I roll it back. He didn't say it as a fact, but that's what I woke up to.
You got this, Rastov. Whatever happens, Keem Seethe.
No, okay, all right, no, Keem, like, I appreciate it, thank you, but no Keem Seethe. I don't want him to seethe. I just want him to be okay. I just want him to, and I know he's not, and I know he's upset. I'm upset too, and and maybe at some point I will talk to him, but at the moment...
Okay, well, you do know when you got fired, only like a handful of people got banned out of Discord, according to Keem, right? If there's only a handful of people that are registered to your network, to your show, which Keem's really weird about that. Like, he doesn't want people watching shows that he doesn't agree with, I guess, right? He wants to silence them, he wants to ignore them, so on and so forth. Despite the fact that it's an entirely public network, like anybody can watch this, we just may or may not be able to participate in his actual Discord server. Now, in my opinion, Keem, you should offer press passes so that you can be covered. Because if there's nothing to hide, there's nothing to hide. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so anyway, let's get into when he talks about, like, the girlfriend.
I'm too angry to talk at the moment.
Oh.
I'm too angry to talk. His style of leading doesn't mesh well with me. Okay, I'm kind of like Wings in the sense of, like, the authority.
Weren't you unemployed? You were unemployed when he gave you an opportunity. His style of leading just doesn't mesh with me. Are you hearing this, Keem? This is your guy that you promoted into a leadership role, apparently. I don't know if it was a story arc. I have no idea, because the people that you're putting on your network clearly don't know how to act. There's only a few of them that actually know how to act. Yo Mama, Tommy C. You know, you've got this friends and family network with people who clearly have had no performance experience, right? Okay, well, anyway, let's see what he has to say.
I have that, like, authority defiance thingy where someone tells me to do something and I clinch up.
Oh, wow. Are you watching my channel? Have you been watching me talk about how Foodie Beauty has defiancy disorder? Because I think Boogie watched that too. Like, all of a sudden you guys started talking about that after I was saying I think this is what's going on with her. Oh my God, you guys.
Sid one, you know he's not stopping till he gets his lick back. Little Becky move.
I mean, I feel like he got his lick. I mean, he probably doesn't feel like that, but I feel like he got his lick back. He kicked me out of the community that I love. I can't, like, I'm not trying to make my own community. I just wanted some space. And again, that's not me trying to fight you. That was me.
That's some bullshit. You absolutely were trying to create your own channel. You were trying to recruit viewers and you were trying to recruit hosts. And it's pretty well documented. And your co hosts at the LCU validated that.
Being like, we've been going at it too much. I need to take a step back because this shit is starting to mentally fucking destroy me. It's not my intention. I'm actively looking for a normal job and just doing this on the side because I quit. I actually did quit.
Change for anyone.
And it kind of like broke my heart a little bit yesterday listening to, I think it was yesterday listening to Reaper and having Xylee say like, that's not my friend up there. Like that fucking hurt. Because like I haven't felt like the same person I was before, you know? But I'm going to play this Boogie fucking message now and we'll see what he said.
All right.
Rastov, you motherfucker, I just found out Sammy is sick. We trained you since June. I trained you. I have been your friend every day. I've been in your fucking ear. I've texted you. I've called you. I've helped you. 3 shit. The stream is not buffering. They're doing the buffering thing.
Okay, so he said he wants to get a normal job. What's a normal job, Rastov? What are you actually qualified to do? Because you were like unemployed on disability and then you went into a network with absolutely no acting skills whatsoever and just didn't plan shows and spent most of the time just cracking the whip and abusing your peers. So I'm a little unclear about if this is a storyline, where you're all trying to take it, and if it's not, how you can be so delusional that you don't need to actually go to vocational school at this point.
To me, get a full paycheck this month when you left on the 15th, and I have to carry through New Year's. I have to carry through Christmas. If you get a full paycheck, I'm coming to New Zealand, and I will take the paycheck. Stop what you're doing and call Keem. Fix this shit, dude. You know what he's like when he goes scorched earth. You know what he's like. You know what he's like. You know what he's like. God help me. Please help me. 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 I'm in so much fucking pain. I'm in so much fucking pain. Help me. Help me. Help me.
So anytime anything bad went wrong in the LCU, Mrs. Rastov was always that voice of reason. Not Mr. Rastov. Not Mr. Rastov. Okay. No. We ain't.
Are we talking about an older relative, Rastov? We're talking about like an aunt or something, because I don't see how you could possibly be in a relationship and have spent so much time on Discord and on the network and have a healthy relationship with a partner. I just don't even see how that's possible. So do you live with I think you said your parents are both deceased, right? Do you live with an aunt? Because it seems like you were incapable of being employed prior to Keem taking you on. And actually a lot of the people within LCU seem to have that same problem of being unemployable and severely mentally problematic, shall we say.
Doing that. It's a missus. She is woman.
She is woman.
And this is the first time in a whole year worth of content creation that she hasn't played devil's advocate and told me that I was being stupid. Okay, this was the first time she was like, you aren't yourself. This sucks. You should go. And I was like, you're right.
9. Keem is a sociopath. That's the truth.
Check everyone off your list at
He's a guy with feelings, and his feelings are hurt.
Yeah, and you still have a mullet, and you really didn't need to, right? Like, you insisted upon shaving the top of your head for months on end, despite the fact that it was no longer a requirement. You chose that. That is your fashion decision. You're what, like 38? And you look like you're my age. This is some crazy ass crap right here.
I get it. Fake. This is very real. This is very real.
Mm-hmm.
And And the thing is I didn't want to talk to him because I've said all of this the way that I felt before, and it didn't matter.
Keemstar was trying to make you a Keemstar 2.0 and try to make you the villain of Vilku, but his evil plans backfire.
I'm not built that way. I'm really not. Like, my previous job, one of my old bosses said, like, Rastov, you're good at what you do. But
have you ever actually watched Locale live and how Keem actually organizes the show? What is wrong with the people that he's hiring that they don't understand the basic format of, okay, we have a 2-hour slot. We need to spend 15 minutes on this subject or 10 minutes on this one, but you plan out the entire show and you have backup plans in case something doesn't work. Keem looks prepared and organized. He might be as drunk as fuck, right? But he does go in with a plan. It's very clear that he has a strategy of, we're going to have a meeting, we're going to go over it, we're going to do this, this, and this. And he doesn't seem to require that much out of his staff. 12 hours a week 12 hours of work per week, you guys. And basically we're talking like they have a meeting to discuss, this is what we're going to do today. 2-hour show, right? 5 days a week. And then they might have a chance to like do some pickup money on the weekend to try and get their whatever performance metrics he's using to evaluate them. Now, I would assume, Keem, that one of the big metrics should be how many concurrent viewers. And some of your shows are scoring less than 30 viewers right now. So you have to ask yourself, what is wrong with my formula? Am I booking too many shows at the same time? Am I attracting the wrong audience, an audience that can't grow? Am I towing the line too much on potential legislation that is coming forward? Since they're coming after the ED channels, how quickly will they then come after self-harm, right? That's up to you. That's your magic. This is your baby. You're the one who had seed money. You're the one who decided not to gate your property. It's all up to you to make the right decisions for your entertainment network. But I would highly suggest that you start using SAG-AFTRA.
you've got no mongrel in you. I had no like, because I'm not that guy. I hate that woman. That woman sucks. And the fact that I'm getting compared to her sucks more. Because she literally planned to start a network from...
As did you. Everybody in the network who has talked to you about this has said that you're basically doing the same thing Becky did. And you have less entertainment value than Becky does. Let's be real.
Like a long time. She literally planned to take members. She was greasing them up in the DMs, doing all that shit. Like, I never did any of that. I love the LCU.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to leave. I felt like I had to. Like,
this is the most dishonest mole in the network, by far, in my opinion. If he's not actually doing a plot line that Keem came up with, this is the most dishonest mole in the network.
just, they're on balls. Cool. That's fine. The thing is I'm like, I understand that making decisions like this, it has consequences, right? I get it.
Yes.
I had to think about that. I had, the biggest thing I had to think about was that if I left and I failed on my own, I would have to go get a regular people job.
And
so that's what I was thinking about. That's the thing I'm thinking of.
What's the regular people job that you can actually accomplish? What are your skills? how about if you're still on the dole, why don't you hit the gym? Try and lose some weight, try and get in shape, try and rehabilitate whatever injury it is that qualified you for that, and figure out your next steps, because you are not an entertainer. You are not entertaining to watch. Period.
About the most, right? You can't leave something and not be prepared for what could happen afterwards. Now, Keem going scorched earth on me, I was kind of hoping that because of the relationship we've had, he wouldn't do that. You know?
Well, what was going on with you that you couldn't even wait until the first of the year? Right? It was so dire, so urgent that you had to leave the show immediately because you were lashing out and saying horrible things and treating your boss disrespectfully. Like I said, I don't know if this was written into the storyline or if he actually is this incompetent that he made these decisions on his own.
But I guess that made him more angry, which I didn't think about. So I'm not trying to make him angry.
Okay.
But I do feel bad that people have to choose between the LCU and me. It shouldn't be like that. But if you have to choose and you feel conflicted, choose the LCU. I mean that. Hate comments didn't bother me for a long time. It was literally, I felt like I would.
Why would you even say that? Like, like I don't pick what I'm gonna watch on YouTube or on any other place on the internet. Like, I can pick whatever the fuck I want. I don't need your goddamn permission, Rastov.
It's killing my favorite show. You know? And then when I got told that Booster was more entertaining than I am, I was like, I think I'm done.
Individual down. This is.
Well, I mean, you guys are equally bad, in my opinion. Neither of you have any sort of talent experience. You do not have a performing arts background at all, and you are expected to perform on an improv troupe. And what were you trying to do to Booster the other day? Were you trying to like have him recreate Blair's Witch Project or something?
This is not really good. I apologize on that. But let me just ask you a question. What made you feel the way that you felt to leave?
I felt like the expectations were too high for what I could realistically do. You know, being the.
Now, this is not a great comparison here because Buff Weeb actually does have a lot of knowledge. He is an educated man, and he out of the gate had content on his channel, right? We don't all have to agree on like what sort of content we enjoy. Like, I'm not a big anime fan, right? But he knows it and he's talking about it. He's also a gamer. Again, something I don't really do, but like when he's just doing those like talk shows, I'm into it. But Buff clearly has the ability to like build his own thing. Rastov is completely incompetent. And Buff here is, he's handing him an olive branch. I mean, kudos to you, Buff. I wouldn't have done it.
Leader of the show and then being the leader of the universe, or one of the universe's leaders, was a lot of pressure that I didn't feel I could meet up. And every time I tried, I felt like I failed. And it got too much.
Did you see how he had to correct that right there? He called himself the leader of the universe and then corrected himself because he really is that full of himself, you guys.
Did you feel like you were thrust into a situation that you never asked for, Rastov?
Well, I never asked for anything.
Oh, shut up.
Explain.
There was, I never asked, I never asked, I never auditioned for a show.
No, you just bought your way in. You were donating to the shows, and you knew that Keem would give people who donated high sums an opportunity to be on the show. It's like SSO Michelangelo. He got a full effing week on task. Do you feel like he was capable of being a host of a show? Are you for real?
Never asked to be on Aussie. I never asked to go on live. Like, never asked to go back on live. The only thing I did ask for was balls, but that was because I was getting kicked off live. That, you know what? I will say that whole situation.
Balls was Billy's creation, and you took it over like it was yours. You have so many personality flaws. I don't even know what to say, dude.
At the 4th of July did hurt me. Like, I flew that far. I tried my fucking hardest while I was there, and then I got replaced by CD fucking Rom.
Uh-huh.
That shit hurt.
Do you think that's where it started?
I don't know. Maybe it could. This is weird. This is a therapy.
No, he's had ups and downs the whole time. Like, because he had a severe down when Billy came after him when he was auditioning new hosts for Aussie, right? And Billy lashed out at him and then punished him for it. And so he had to bend the knee for Billy. Then he was rewarded by Keem, I guess, as a way of retaining him in the network, because he probably suffered a pretty bad blow in that regard. Because obviously the guy is super soft, shall we say. So he got to be on live for about a month, but he sucked at it. I don't even know what to say about this network anymore, but Keem, if you're the producer of this network, do not expect that all of us have to watch every single goddamn show, because most of the shows have completely incompetent people on them. And Rastov was one of them. And you put him up in a high leadership position, at least visibly. I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, but that was the visual characteristics of what was going on.
Stuff is weird, but it might. It could have.
As long cow live is dead, you may as well put a bullet inside.
Okay, well, there we go. I gotta thank Ozzy Cobb for doing the clipping on this one. Ozzy Cobb, I think, was part of the original React channel to the LCU with Ken and one other person. I think I've got that right. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they did something called the After Show, which was later rebranded into an actual LCU show called Rewind. And apparently today, Christmas Eve, is the 1-year anniversary of that. And Billy and Xylee have gone all over the network complaining about anybody else who rewinds shows, despite the fact that they didn't invent that concept. And quite frankly, they are not very good at performance either. I'm giving you straight talk right now. They're not good at what they do. Anyhow, I hope everybody has a lovely Christmas holiday, whether you celebrate or you don't. I gotta pull my stuff out of the oven in about 10 minutes, so I'm gonna have to drop. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.